In this video I will be creating another viewer requested Windows Setup Automation package. I'm starting this video from my GitHub page, and that's because there are a few bits of information here that I will be using for this video, and I will leave the URL in the description down below. And here you can see the request. It's quite long. As you can see, it includes a lot of Windows customizations. And this package will be one of the biggest packages on my channel. It will not be complicated as some others, but it will include a lot of customization actions. And now I will go over all the actions that I need to automate. So first I need to skip out of the box experience, create user account called user without a password, and also disable the 42-day password expiration. And then I also need to include wireless network configuration so that the computer connects to the wireless network without any user interactions. And I will be including this configuration inside of the provisioning package, but I will not be using it for the video. And the reason for that is that this package also needs to install a lot of software packages from the internet, and using a wireless network for software installation will take a long time. And the next part of the request is about software installation. For software installation, I need to use Winget or Ninite, and the software packages that I need to install are Adobe Reader, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Zoom, iTunes, Malware Bytes, Super Anti-Spyware, K-Lite Codec Pack, and then we have .NET 4.8.1, and I will not be including this package because it comes with Windows 11 by default. Next, I need to install .NET Runtime 8 and 9, then adopt OpenJDK, 7-Zip, OpenOffice, and CC Cleaner. And then we have the configuration for the taskbar. I need to move the taskbar to the left side, change the search bar into search icon, remove task view from the taskbar, and also remove widgets from the taskbar. And next is the configuration for the start menu. Here I need to configure more pins, disable recently added apps, and then to disable show recommended files. Also, I need to enable the buttons near the power button for settings, file explorer, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos, and personal folder. And then I need to enable desktop icons for this PC, user files, and also recycle bin. Then we have theme settings. I need to set Windows theme to dark mode, application theme to light mode. And to turn off transparency effects, enable show accent colors in the start menu and taskbar, and also accent colors for title bars and window borders. And then I need to disable the notifications, enable high performance power plan, disable all sleep options. Then I need to configure the power button to shut down the computer and sleep button to do nothing. And now for the visual effects configuration, I need to make sure that all the settings are disabled by default, and then only enable the 4 that you see here. So I need to animate controls and elements inside windows, show thumbnails instead of icons, smooth edges of screen fonts, and then use drop shadows for icon labels on the desktop. And then we have few more settings. And here I need to disable the list of operating systems when the computer boots up. Then for system protection configuration, I need to configure system restore to use 1% of the disk space, and also to create a restore point. And then the last configuration for Windows is to disable a lot of features in the privacy settings. And that's basically all the actions that I need to automate for the Windows configuration. In the end of the request, he's also asking for some configurations for Google Chrome browser. And for the Google Chrome configuration, he wants to configure the starting page, to configure send do not track request, also to enable the home button, bookmarks bar, and disable allow browser to run in the background when closed. So I will be including all the automated actions for the Google Chrome configuration except for send do not track. And the reason for that is that I didn't find a good way to disable it. Anyways, let's go back to the GitHub page. And here you can see all the automated actions that I will be including inside of the provisioning package. And there is a lot of them. And normally I would talk about all the actions, but in this case I will only mention the important ones. Here you can see all the automated actions that will be performed in the out-of-the-box experience by the provisioning package. And it will disable the out-of-the-box experience, configure the wireless network, then it will execute a PowerShell script called ubisetup-es1. This script will create the user account, it will create a provisioning folder on the computer, then it will move files from the provisioning package to the provisioning folder on the computer that it created in the previous step. And then it will disable the privacy experience menu, And the last action is that it will configure a run once to execute a PowerShell script called desktop provisioning PS1. And this script will be executed after the box experience in the user's desktop. And this script will perform all the requested customization actions for Windows 11. I will not go through all of them, only the important ones, and the important part starts here. And here the script will create registry entries for the fake MDM configuration. And the reason for that is that Google does not allow us to change the homepage for Google Chrome if the computer is not connected to some type of management system like Intune or Active Directory. And the registry entries created by this action will trick Google Chrome into thinking that the computer is connected to the Microsoft Intune. And this will allow us to change the homepage for Google Chrome. And to be honest, I'm not using this action myself. And the reason for that is that most of my computers that I deal with are connected to Active Directory or Intune. So I'm not sure if this method will keep working for a long time. And if you want to know more about it, you can check out the link that I have here in the GitHub page. And this is the place where I found it, and it will give you more information about how it works. Anyways, so after the fake MDM configuration, we have few actions for configuring Google Chrome. And the fake MDM configuration is necessary only for setting the home page, like I said before. Anyways, the next important part is here. The script once again will configure a run once to execute another PowerShell script, desktop provisioning to PS1, and then it will restart the computer. And the reason for that is that for the most of the settings that you see here, we need to restart the computer for the settings to activate. After the restart, the desktop provisioning to PS1 script will be executed, and this script will wait for the internet connection, it will wait for Winget to be installed, and then the next important part is here, and here we have the software installation. So here you can see the packages that will be installed using Winget, and the package here will be installed using Ninite. And the only reason that I'm using Ninite for installing Super Anti-Spyware is that it seems that the package for the software is outdated in the Winget repository. And after executing the software installation using Ninite, the script will wait for 5 minutes for Ninite to finish installing software packages. And the reason for that is that I will be using the free version of Ninite, and after executing the software installation, the free version of Ninite does not support silent switches. So after software installation, the script will get stuck. So we need to close Ninite manually from the script. And if you plan to add more software packages, or if you have a very slow internet connection, you will have to modify this timer in the script. So after 5 minutes, the script will close Ninite, it will configure system restore, and then create a restore point. And that's basically it for all the actions that I will be including in this provisioning package. Now before I can start creating the package, first I need to download all the necessary files. And I will start with Ninite executable, so I will click on the link right here that brings me to the Ninite page, and here the only package that I will be installing is the Super Anti-Spyware. So I will click on it and click on Get Your Ninite, and then I will go to my Downloads folder. Here we have the executable. I will right click and change the name to Ninite only. And this is important because I'm executing this executable in the script by name. So if the name will be different, the script will be unable to find it. And now I need to download the PowerShell scripts. And for that I will once again go to my GitHub page, because here I have all the necessary scripts. The first script that I will be downloading is ubi-setup ps1. This script will be the main script that will be executed in the provisioning package. And this script will create the user account, it will set the password to never expires, it will create a provisioning folder on the computer, then it will move files from the provisioning package to the provisioning folder on the computer that it created in the previous step. Then we have few registry settings. The first one is the configuration for a run once, to execute another PowerShell script desktop-provisioning PS1. The next registry setting is for disabling the privacy experience menu. And this snippet right here is for applying the registry settings that you see here. Now to download the script, I will click on the button right here, go back to the GitHub page, and the second script that I will be downloading is desktop-provisioning. And this script will be executed in the user's desktop after the out-of-the-box experience. And in this script, you will see a lot of registry settings for the requested Windows configuration. All of them will have a comment here saying what that registry setting does. This first part of the registry settings are registry settings for the user profile. This snippet right here will apply all the user registry settings. And after that, we have computer registry settings. Once again, the list is very long, so I will not go through all of them, but like I said, you can see a comment here explaining what that registry setting does. This snippet right here will apply all the computer registry settings, and then we have the power configuration. And this will disable sleep and configure the high performance power plan, and then it will restart the computer. So once again, let's click on the button right here, go back to the GitHub page, and let's download the last script, desktop-provisioning to PS1. So I will open it, and this script will be executed after this script will restart the computer. And first it will wait for the internet connection, because we need internet connection for the software installation. Then it will wait for the Winget to be installed. Then here we can see a command that will disable the list of operating systems. After that, we have the Winget package installation. After Winget package installation, we have the execution of the ninite.exe executable. And after installing ninite, the script will sleep for 5 minutes, and then it will close all the ninite windows. After closing the ninite, it will enable system restore, it will configure it, and then it will create the restore point. And that will be the last action in our automation package. Now to download this script, let's click on the button right here, and now in the downloads folder, we have the ninite executable and the 3 PowerShell scripts. And that means that I can start creating my provisioning package. And for that I will go to Windows Configuration Designer, click on File, New Project. I will name the package. Then I will click Next. Here I will select all Windows Desktop editions, click Next, and Finish. First I will be disabling the out-of-the-box experience, so for that let's go to Runtime Settings, then UBI, and I will click on UBI, and here for hide UBI I will select True. Next I will be configuring wireless network, and for that I will go to Connectivity Profiles, click on VLAN, and then VLAN Settings. Here we need to enter our SSID. In my case it's Let's Do Automation. Then let's click Add. Let's click on the SSID in here. Here we need to set Auto Connect to True. We need to select our security type. In my case it's VPA2. And then we need to provide the security key. In my case it's password 55. And now I need to package all the PowerShell scripts and ninite executable inside of this provisioning package. And for that I will go to Provisioning Commands, Device Context, and I will click on Command Files. Then I will click on Browse, I will go to my Downloads folder, then I will select all the files that I have in here, so all the 3 PowerShell scripts and the ninite executable. I will click Open and then Add, and as you can see all the files appeared in here. Now we need to configure the execution for the UBI setup PS1 script, and for that I will click on the command line, and then I will go to my GitHub page, because here I have the command line that I will be using. So this is the line in here. So I'm executing PowerShell, setting the execution policy to bypass, and then providing the file that I want to execute. I will click on the button right here to copy this line, go back to the provisioning package, and insert the line in here. And that's it. Now to create the package, I will click on Export Provisioning Package. Here I will click on Next, and then Build. Then I will click on the output location. In here we only care about the file called package.ppkg. I will right click on it, select copy, then I will go to my USB drive and I will place the package.ppkg file inside of my USB drive, because I will be demonstrating how it works. And now for the demonstration I will go to my VMware workstation, where I have a Windows virtual machine in the out-of-the-box experience. Now to execute the provisioning package, the only action that I need to perform is to plug the USB drive to this virtual machine, and the provisioning process should start automatically. So for that, I will go to VM, Removable Devices, I will select the USB drive that I want to connect, and I will click on Connect. And that's it. Now we need to wait and see what's going to happen. And as you can see, the provisioning process is over, and we can already see that Windows looks very different compared to a clean Windows installation. So now let's explore and check our settings. Here on the desktop we can see the recycle bin, user files, and this PC like requested. Also we have some of the installed applications on the desktop. In the taskbar we can see that the search bar is not a bar, it's an icon, and all the icons are moved to the left side. And then in the start menu, here we can see all the requested buttons. We don't have any items in the recommended list. Now let's go to the control panel and uninstall a program. Here we can see the installed software packages. It's still loading for me, so let's wait a bit. And here we have 7-Zip, Adobe Acrobat Reader, Adobe OpenJDK, CC Cleaner, Google Chrome, iTunes, Keylight Codec Pack, Malware Bytes, .NET Runtime 8 and 9. Then we have OpenOffice, Super Anti-Spyware, and Zoom. So it seems that all the requested applications were installed. And now I will check the power settings. So for that I will go back to the control panel, search for power, click on power options. Here we can see that we have the high performance power plan. If I click on change plan settings, we can see that the sleep settings are off. And then for the power button, we can click here and we can see that the action is shut down. In this case, I don't have the sleep button, so it does not appear in here. Next, I will go to the settings application and then personalization, and then we need to click on colors. Here we can see that Windows mode is dark mode and then application mode is light mode. Transparency effects are off, and then for the accent colors we have both of the options on. And then let's go to the privacy and security. Most of the settings in here needs to be off, so let's go to general. Everything is off here, then to speech, same here. Then let's go inking and typing, it's also off. Then diagnostic and feedback. Once again, everything in here is off. Then let's go to activity history, it's also off. And then for search permissions, this is the last one. We have the cloud content search disabled, and then history is also off. So all the settings in the privacy and security seems to be working just fine. Next I will check the system performance settings. And for that I will open File Explorer, go to this PC, right click, show more options and properties. Then in here I will click on Advanced System Settings, go to Performance and Settings, and here we need to have only the 4 options enabled. So everything seems to be working just fine in here also. Let's close this window. Next we can go to Startup and Recovery, go to Settings. Here we can see that time to display list of operating systems is also set to 0 seconds. That means disabled. Next, let's go to System Protection. You can see that the protection is on. And if I try to System Restore, you can see that we have the restore point. Then if I go to Configure, Here we can see that it is set to use only 1% of our storage, so everything also seems to be working just fine in here also. And now I will check the notification settings, and for that I will go to System, Notifications, and here we can see that notifications are also disabled. And that's basically it for the Windows configuration. So now let's check Google Chrome. I will open it. As you can see, by default it opens up google.com. We have the bookmarks bar enabled, and same goes for the home button. And if I open a new tab, it brings us to the same page. Now let's go to the settings and then System. And here we can see that running in the background is also disabled in Google Chrome. And that's basically it. This means that the package executed all the configurations successfully. And that's it for this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and see you in the next one.